Oh no, I think my farm stopped working again. Ooh, better check the generator outside. That does not look too good. I gotta get it fixed out now. Dear Sinnoh, I saw you have an electric generator in your Forever World. I was hoping if you could help me invent a similar technology to my Forever World. If you're free, please come by to my town. Okay, that looks perfect. Time to put it in the mailbox.
Solus, bro, can you believe it? Dude, please, please, you've been testing my patience for days now. All right, I know you're a horse, you have your needs. Like, I'll hit you up somewhere, you can rest a little bit. Man, have you seen this place before, Solus? Dude, I've been going insane. I'm talking to a horse right now, dude. That's crazy, Solus. Where is this guy? I gotta help this guy out.
Yo, Sinnoh, I'm right here.
Oh, the man.
Yeah, thank God you're here. Everything has been a mess ever since that generator blew up right there.
Oh man, I am baffled by how small that generator is and how long it kept up with that huge building, man. Well, good thing you got yourself a professional electrical engineer, and I've already came up with a plan, all right? I got some blueprints for it so that you can build it yourself.
Oh,
Yours truly. Let me show you an area which I laid out for it. Hopefully you don't mind me, taking a bit of initiative here. If you look in the distance over here,
damn, you've been busy.
if you compare that huge thing to this tiny thing, it's gonna be a monumental change. It's gonna be a huge difference. You got the blueprints, man.
Oh yeah, I got it right
Yeah,
here.
you can get to it.
Okay, so once I've built it out, you're gonna show me how to get everything running?
Oh yeah, sure, definitely. As soon as you show me a place where I can, take a nap. You got a place where I can kick my feet up?
Well, I do have this new place, but it's not really for guests.
Oh man, oh sure, I'll make myself at home, man. Perfect,
Oh.
perfect. I don't like these guest houses anyway. Let's go, let's go.
Okay, yeah, sure. So it's just gonna be over here, right through this forest. I built this right after I got back from Pine Rust, actually.
Best of luck to you with the build, man. I'm gonna get some shut eye. I'm gonna kick my feet up over here if you don't mind me. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
just like that? Yeah, I'll see you later then. I'll call you if I need help or anything like that. Hello, welcome back guys to my Forever World series. My name is Dai, and today I have lots of things planned out for today's video. Thanks to that guy inside of the Japanese house right there. He's about to introduce an electric power plant to my Forever World. So, on today's episode, we're gonna have an emphasis on lore building inside of your Forever World. Lore and having meanings in what you're building and making sure that everything you built makes sense lore wise, but you can't be too strict on yourself on that as well. So you gotta balance out lore, giving logic into what you build, but also try to keep in mind to have fun with what you're building and how you want to shape the world. So give yourself limitations, but not too much limitations where it's hard for you to operate basically. And on last week's episode, we built out this Japanese gate right here. And I forgot to mention that right here, I wrote in hiragana, it's supposed to be mori, this is mo, this is ri, and this dash right here is inaccurate. I did that on purpose when I was building this because it just looks weird if there's an empty spot in the middle. So I try to put something in here that doesn't disturb the actual way to write mori, which means forest. I try to compromise, but I think this works out. Hopefully not being disrespectful or anything, but yeah, this is what we got so far. And we have these two villagers. I've been trading with these two villagers. As you can see right here, I've been taking the wheat and giving it out, trading it for the breads, so that they can keep the job without actually having the composter nearby. What's really cool about this farm right here that it connects, oh, you can see right here that I have lots of hopper underneath it, and you can get all of the wheat inside of this chest. So the plan was back then was for me to build a bakery right here. I'm probably still gonna build that eventually, but I'm not sure when. But yeah, as we head to the industrial district right here, I want to talk about my long-term plans with this world. I want to make sure that everything I do here makes sense, and like every building that I built, like this factory right here, this one right here, everything has their own use case that would prompt me and forces me to come back to this area and use a farm or something like that. Like this building right here, it houses my shulker farm. So whenever I need shulkers, I would just head inside here, which is not completed, the interior. And then I would AFK at this spot right here. And then I would get some shulkers. And same goes for this electrical power plant that we're going to be building. Lore wise, it's going to generate power into the city. But also, we're going to have, on this section right here on the left side, we're going to have a copper oxidation chamber thingy. Since the copper update is just around the corner, or it's probably already out by now, I want to make sure that I have enough copper and oxidized copper for all of my future builds. But yeah, I basically already outlined what we're going to be building today, the shape and overall size. I was afraid this was gonna be a bit too big, but I think it makes sense for a power plant for a whole city to be this big, right? So yeah, right now the plan is to introduce electricity to the city. That way we can have more builds that are more advanced and futuristic, and you know, still allow myself to build in the Japanese frugal aesthetic, but also explore other aesthetics that I really would wanna try out. And eventually we're gonna be building out a train station somewhere in the city, so that way we can have different cities with different aesthetics. I know a lot of you guys here in my channel really enjoyed my gothic builds from Nudinium, and I want to bring that style as well to my Forever world. So eventually we're gonna have all of these different styles in the world. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of comments about wanting to see the process more of my planning. So here I'm explaining the blocks that I'll be using. So we have gray concrete, we have light gray wool, light gray concrete, and tough. So the 3 blocks right here is going to be the blocks that I'll be using the most. And then we're going to use this concrete block to fill out the darker spots and give the building a bit more dimension. So the first thing that I did when I was planning this build was to use this 3 blocks right here. And it looks kind of off, it looks kind of flat. And then I introduced this tough blocks right here. So this tough block will act as a stains and the imperfections in the building. I think that adds a lot of realism, but also a lot of detail to the build. And we're gonna mix in a few mossy cobblestones in there as well. That way we can kind of simulate the age of the build and make it look more natural. And then we're gonna have accent and a tertiary color, if I'm saying it right. Basically gonna be the packed mud and mud brick. These are gonna be the second color of the building, to have a different kind of color in the building and try not to make it too boring just using this gray tone. And then we're gonna have a tertiary color with another rack and strip mangrove wood for smaller sections that I want to highlight. So that's going to be this middle section right here. We're going to be using a lot of the tertiary colors, and we're going to be using the secondary colors to highlight windows, to highlight a certain shape. And I think all of these colors really help bring the build to life. So let me show you guys what I mean, and I'll explain more once we've built it out. Okay, we're pretty much done with the right side of the building. Everything is looking good. This was the texturing that I mentioned before, where we mixed in a bit of gray wool, light gray concrete powder, and some light gray concretes. And I think it looks really good, especially with the tuff right here. This was what I was mentioning before, adding a bit of tuff here and there. Gives it a bit more realistic look to it. It looks like a stain, and the building is kind of old, because without that tough block right there, it looks a bit too uniform, even though there's like texture and noise to the building. Same goes with the red tertiary color that we have. You can see everything is a texture with mangroves and netherracks, but we have this side right here just a bit tiny of darker color. that shows aging and things is what I'm trying to recreate. And I made a small logo here with the lightning and the sign saying EPP, which stands for electrical power plant. That's the idea here. But you know, it's pretty hard trying to create words with just 3 blocks of height, but I think I did pretty good with that. And one cool detail with this build right here is I've added this lamp at the top right here, and during nighttime you can kind of see it lighting up the sign right here. I'll show you that later in a bit. But if you head up here, we can kind of see the details at the top. I ensure to finish everything up. We have a small section right here that goes inside of the building, but I haven't built it out yet. So right here we have some antenna similar to what we have right here. I think it adds a lot of detail. It really helps sell the illusion that it's like it's an actual antenna in the game, which is really cool. But on the right side right here, I didn't want to make all the side of the building the same way. So we have a more industrial, brutalist kind of build here. As you can see right here, we have a lot of windows, tiny windows right here inside as well, just to give the illusion that it's like a office space as well. The inspiration for this build, it's basically a cyberpunk, but also if you notice, cyberpunk builds are always inspired or kind of take inspiration from brutalist buildings. So that's basically what I did here. I took a brutalist concept and try to make it look more modern and cyberpunk-ish. And as we head to the back right here, you can see that I put nether bricks for the backside. I think that is realistic, where most buildings, if they don't really care about the back facade, they just use nether bricks. They just use bricks, which is probably the main material for the building itself, right? So I think that makes a lot of sense. And as nighttime is approaching, let me show you guys what I mean. The lighting at the front right here. So I put some glow lichens under the light, and it gives that glowing effect at night for the logo of the building, which is really cool. And I also like at nighttime, you can see the antenna really shines, which is super cool. And yeah, this section right here is going to be where the generators are for the electricity. So we're going to be building that, and I'll explain more about that later once we build it up. So let's get started. Okay, the left section is done. I did the same texturing as I did on the right side. And I forgot to mention that we have this chain going all around the building. Same goes for the main building right there, as you can see. I think it adds a bit of a detail here. It acts like as a indentation for the builds. Same goes right there. I think it's hard to see from this angle, but if you go to this section right here, maybe like so, you can kind of see that there's an indentation to the build. It just adds a bit more detail to make it feel more alive and realistic. And these are basically the generators that I built, and as I've mentioned before, this is gonna be a copper oxidizing chamber, and it's actually Sinnoh's design. These chambers right here, I just made it look like a generator. Let's just sleep real quick. And yeah, I just made this look like a generator on the outside, and Sinnoh's gonna show me how to use this machine later on after I built everything out. Okay, so I don't actually know the actual technical terms for these electrical stuff, so bear with me here. Let's just say these are the I guess transformer, and these are like the generator, but basically the gist is that these machines right here are going to be generating the electricity, and then this building right here is going to be distributing all of the electric poles with electricity. Now I don't know if it's actually how it works in real life, but in Minecraft, it makes sense to me. And one thing that I did with this generator or transformer is that we added redstone down here. His design is based on redstone as electricity, so I'm trying to replicate that as well right here. But yeah, that's all for this section right here. And as we head back, this is where we're gonna be able to actually walk into the building. The interior, we don't currently have an... Oh, what the heck? Yeah, as you can see right here, it's a bit of a mob farm. I forgot to light up that section up there, but we're gonna eventually make an interior for this. Maybe you can put another farm inside to have more use case for this building, but this is gonna be the office space for the electric power plant, and we could have something that's related to power plant or like redstone or like anything industrial. We could have it right here inside right here. If you guys have any suggestion, let me know. You guys have mentioned a lot of great suggestion for the previous videos. I'm hoping you guys have more suggestions for the inside of this building. And the next step of this build right here is to build up the pavements a bit, so that way the building doesn't look too weird and out of place. But at the same time, I don't know how I want to structure this industrial section of the town. So I'm not going to commit too much right now in case I do want to tear things up a bit and try to make it connect to what we have there better. But yeah, let's just start building the electric poles and the pavement right here.
Man, I see you've built these copper oxidation stations, man.
Oh yeah, everything's looking great so far. I just don't know how to actually use them right now.
Oh, let me show you real quick, man. This is like, it's super simple. What you gotta do is get some of your copper blocks, you know. You're just gonna place them down here like this. Just gonna place them there, you know, and then you place all of that there. You just fill it up. Keep a 2-block space inside there. What you do is you just watch the magic happen when you press this button. Wait for it. Wait for it.
No way. Oh, you got one left here.
Yeah, there's sometimes, okay, this is not a perfect design, but yeah, it's just not a perfect design.
We could work with that.
You can just mind the rest, I would say. All right, wait. See, if I place this again, it's going to break every single copper block this time. I promise you. Watch this. All right, trust me.
Okay, yeah.
No. Wait. I'll promise. Trust me. This time it will work. Don't worry about it. It's gonna work. It's as simple as clicking this button right here. Don't have to do a single thing. Don't have to mine a single block. And boom! Look at all of that. All the copper blocks are mined.
Wow.
So easy, bro.
That is so easy. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Dude, I'm a genius. Don't thank me, man. Don't thank me. I'm glad to help, man.
Man, thank you so much for your help right here. I couldn't have done this without you.
Don't sweat it.
Here,
No,
take
it's
some
nothing, bro.
take some diamonds.
Oh wait, yo. Let me tell you something, Dai. It's on the house, man.
No.
Don't sweat it, dude. I'm always here to help, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out, man. You have a good one, and I'll see you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking, man. You have a good one.
All right, yeah. See you. Okay. we got everything done. So what I did here is I built out these two electric poles. One of them is connected through this wire right here. So you can see there's a lever, goes all the way up, and then it connects to the building. And I made sure to use lightning rods to attach it to the building for realism. So I was watching Annie Austin's video on electric poles in Red Dead Redemption, which came out I think a few days ago, and that really resonated with me because I was building the same thing for my Minecraft world, and adding these tiny details really gives me a lot of joy. So yeah, that's that one right there. And then we have another electric pole connecting to this building. So we have a few right here connecting from this generator right here. Then we have a lead that connects to the pole using a rabbit inside. And then we connect it to these two electric poles and to the same thing with the lightning rods right here. So let me sleep real quick. And we also have some candles at the top right here. And I believe we have a few more right there and there. That's supposed to simulate birds sitting on the wires, and I think that adds a tiny bit more detail and life to the build. But yeah, as we wrapped up this episode right here, I want to read out the comment of the week. I read all of your comments. I try to engage with everyone. I love hearing your feedback. I love hearing your thoughts. I love it really makes my day. So if you do have anything you want to ask or you want to talk to me, feel free to reach out in the comment section below, or even the Discord channel that we have. Comment of the day is from Joseph Marling 1369. They asked me, how do you get your ideas on what you want to build? I'm a bad builder, and I can never make anything good. All the details are so good, and I want to be a better builder. So Joseph, so for me, I get my ideas from other medias. I get my ideas from TV shows, games, movies, or anything that I see. Basically, I try to absorb all of these different art forms and try to somehow incorporate them into my Minecraft world, because this is basically my medium, right? This is what I use to express my creativity. The one thing that I can say about trying to build better is to start, right? You should just start replicating a build, replicating the essence, and try to make it your own. Try to figure out what you like from a certain build, what you like from a different build, and then try to combine it together and make it your own. That's where the famous quote comes from. Steal like an artist basically means that you should try to draw inspiration from anywhere you can and make it your own. So that's what I always do. I'm fortunate enough to make YouTube a part of my daily routine, which is why I am able to improve as much as I did, because I just keep on practicing and taking the time to actually build out these things, and learning how to build better, learning how to texture, and ensuring that the small details are visible in my builds. Because I think what differentiates between good builders and really good builders are being able to add details to make it look more realistic and has that depth to your builds. So that's probably the best advice I can give for you. But with everything else, it just takes time, right? You can see right here, when I started my Forever World, I am nowhere close to where I am right now. You can see the huge disconnect in style and my approach to things. It has completely changed. And I think you just gotta be patient with yourself and enjoy the process of like learning how to build. So that's my advice for anyone who wants to start building and taking building seriously. But yeah, that's about it from this episode right here. I hope you guys enjoy the building. I hope you learned something. And I do want to mention that I do have a channel membership. If you like my builds and you want to download them, I have all the schematics and the world downloads to my builds for my channel members. So if you want to support me and support what I do, that's probably the best way you could support me at the moment. Watching my videos is more than enough. I appreciate everyone who's here until the end of the video. But yeah, that's all for me today, and I hope to catch you guys next week. Take care now. Bye bye.